Hello and welcome to Founder Friday. Thank you for joining. Thanks so much for joining, guys. I'm really excited to see you all here. It's really good to see you. Thank you all for coming. My name is Steph and I'm the founder of Mayen. So today I'm just going to go through some of the questions that some of you submitted on Instagram stories yesterday. And at the end of this, I'm going to announce the winners of our giveaway that we recently completed. So yeah, I'm going to get started. But first of all, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported us this whole way. It's been incredible. Your support has been really overwhelming. So thanks. So yeah, I'm going to get started with the first question. So I've grouped some of the questions together because some of them are very similar to each other, and it makes sense if I answer it sort of all together. So yeah, so the first question is, what inspired you to do makeup? It's actually 4 questions. What inspired you to do makeup? Why did you decide to make foundation? What was your inspiration behind Mayen? And what inspired you to start the brand? So it's a bit of a long story, but I'll try and do this really quickly. The story behind Mayen, I didn't sort of just wake up one day. I didn't have a dream okay, yeah, I'm gonna start a beauty brand. It was more like a series of events that happened to me, and after all these things sort of happened, I realized this is something that I had to do. So yeah. So I think it began on the 21st of December 2016. My husband and I were in Gatwick Airport. We had just gotten married a couple of days before, and we were at Gatwick Airport, and yeah, we had gone through security, checked in and everything, and then we were waiting at our gate, taking selfies, just waiting to go. And then we sort of looked around and we were like, where is everyone? And we realized that we'd gone to the wrong gate. So there had been I think 2 or 3 different flights going to the same place, and we had gone to the gate for the wrong one, basically. And so yeah, we missed our flight to our honeymoon, and we didn't go on honeymoon, which was really sad. At the time, I was really sad. But then we went home, we spoke about it obviously, and we were really upset, but we didn't want that to define us, especially so early on in marriage. So we went home, and I was really devastated. So I just used all our wedding vouchers to buy some makeup, basically. So I bought some body butters and other cosmetic stuff, and the ones I got, I wasn't really thinking when I was buying them. I was just yeah, okay, mango, sounds great. Okay, strawberry, yeah, go ahead. And I bought them, and a few days later when they came, I was so disappointed because they were really really artificial. And I just assumed that they were going to be really nice and natural, but they were made of parabens and mineral oil, and those are all the kind of ingredients that I don't like putting on my skin. So I was extra sad, and I was really frustrated, and I just decided, okay, I have to make myself happy somehow. I've missed my honeymoon. These body butters are rubbish. What am I going to do? So I got some shea butter that I had lying around the house, and I decided to make my own body butter. I did use my food processor and just whipped it up, and it was actually really lovely. That was the real start of Mayen. I made some homemade shea butter, whipped shea butter. What I did with it was I then, because it made me feel so nice, I was okay, I'm gonna continue this. So I bought some more oils, some really nice maracuja oil, baobab oil. I got some really nice extra oils and mixed those in with the shea butter. And I decided to just make some keep making them for myself anyway. It still wasn't okay, I'm gonna start selling these or anything. So that was in January. And then in April, some months after I had been making my own body butters, I then bought some iron oxide pigment. And iron oxide pigment it's a natural mineral, it's non-toxic, and it's what's used to color foundations and a lot of other like mineral makeup. So I got those because I'm a painter, so I know how to create color. And I got them because I thought, yeah, I'm gonna try and make my own foundation. You know, it won't be too difficult because I already know how to mix pigments. So doing this with like iron oxide won't be much difficult. So I did that, and I'd say that was the day that everything changed for me. That was the day that I realized I had to do Mayen, because when I wore for the first time the shade that I made for myself, a shade that was my skin color, it was so sublime. Like I remember that day like wearing the makeup and it was exactly my skin color. And that was actually the first time that I realized that before then I'd never actually worn makeup that was my complexion, because I hadn't realized that the makeup I'd been wearing this whole time, just nothing was matching me until I tried my first custom made makeup. It was amazing. And that was when I realized, okay, wow, this feels so good. I have to share this. So that was when I realized that, okay, I'm gonna set up a company. I'm gonna try and make some foundations that match people's skin color. So the next part of the story is that I made 360 shades. I knew from the get-go that because it felt so good to find my shade, I knew that I wasn't going to make a brand that didn't have shades for, you know, certain people. I knew from the beginning it was going to be inclusive. So I made a range of 360 shades. I can show you some of them now. I stuck them to pieces of card, just so I could like carry them around easily, because when I was doing the analysis and stuff I needed to look at them easier. So yeah, here's like a red undertoned, like some medium toned shades, and here's one from a more yellow undertone, and these are like the darker versions of that shade family. Here are some lighter ones. So I made a lot of these, a lot, and it actually wasn't enough. I realized, because I had been studying skin complexion since I found the shade that was perfect for me. I was like, so why is it so difficult for a lot of brands to make more shades for more people? And that's why, you know, I started doing a lot more research, and the things I realized were, that's, if you've been on our website, you've seen that we talk about the 5 complexion axes. So these are the 5 elements of complexion, and that's what I discovered from all my research about skin. So when I created the 360 shade range, it was based on the 5 complexion axes. It was like almost picturing it as a grid, and like there'll be a shade at each intersection. But it still wasn't, 360 wasn't enough. Like in actual fact, you'd probably need about 500,000 shades. And I mean, let's be honest, that's impractical. So that was like the first shift of the business. When I knew that these 360 shades wasn't enough, I was like, well, I still want to be inclusive, but you know, how can I do that if I need loads of shades? So that's when I started thinking about this software solution and developing this algorithm. So it took about a few months for me to develop the ComplexioniD algorithm, and it's basically based on the 5 complexion axes, and it is a digital version of the analysis. So when I would like do the physical sort of analysis of someone's complexion, I just found a way to digitize that. So I learned how to code that into a program, so that now when you send your photos into Mayen, when you place your order, you send us your photos, we give you this complexion analysis kit, and then so you use your complexion analysis kit to send in your photos, and then once you've sent in your photos, we run the program on your images, and then it analyzes your complexion, and then we create your custom foundation. So I'd say, yeah, I think that's how, those are sort of all the steps, all the stages that led to Mayen being created. It started because I was miserable and I wanted to feel good, and it got to a point where, you know, I made something that I loved and I wanted to share. So yeah, that's the inspiration and answer to the first questions. So thanks to yeah, I'll upload a post saying who asked the questions, and thanks for them. So the next question is, have you always been into makeup? The answer, I would say, officially it's no, because I've always just been like a makeup user, but not really a makeup explorer. I started wearing makeup when I was 17, and you know, I was just that like foundation, brows, eyeliner, mascara, maybe a bit of lip gloss girl. I didn't really, I didn't explore. I didn't like watch YouTube videos. I didn't, I wasn't into that world. But it wasn't because I didn't like makeup. It was because the products that, you know, the things that you use to create these amazing looks, the products had ingredients that I didn't like. I think that started from when I was a child. Somewhere I heard this rumor that like lipstick was made out of whale blubber, and so I just thought, you know, ew, and I didn't want to use something that was like killing animals on my skin. And so I think that perspective stayed with me into adulthood, and I just never really wanted to use things that, yeah, had bad ingredients. And so, you know, I know there's a lot of natural options for makeup, but the diversity in them it's not, I mean, beauty as a whole has a diversity problem, but the natural beauty industry, I think, is even worse, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, so to answer that question, I'd say I have always been into makeup. I've always loved makeup, but I've never really been able to express my love for it because of the products that were available. So now that Mayen exists, like, I love it. Now that I can create my own products, like it's so freeing, because, you know, I watch these videos and I'm like, oh, that's such a great look, or I'll see things, I'm like, oh, that's such a great product, but I'm not limited by what's available. Now I've learned how to formulate cosmetics. I can actually create what I want to wear, and obviously share it with all of you guys. So yeah, thank you for that question. The next question is, what does Mayen mean? Okay, this is two questions. I grouped these together actually because they both sort of talk about how I decided the brand was gonna go. It's more about the, you know, the philosophy of the brand. So yeah, what does Mayen mean, and how do you decide on your brand? So Mayen is a word from the Afik language. That's how you say it. It's quite difficult for English speakers, but it's a language spoken in southeastern Nigeria, and the word Mayen means, it's a term that's used to affectionately describe someone who is super caring and nurturing. And I just love this word, and I wanted to use it because that's what I designed the products to do. You know, we use natural ingredients and really powerful active ingredients because we wanted to help you take care of your skin. And also the reason we custom formulate our shades is because we want you to take care of yourself, because the act of using something that's bespoke, it's a really important act of self-affirmation. Like I was telling you before, the moment when I used the shade that was in my color, it was really, something really important happened. It was like, I think it was like holding a pot of me. I was looking at it and it was me just in a product, and that's never happened to me before, you know, because I designed it for myself, but I think it would have been the same even if I'd bought it. Like, if it was something that was created only for me, for the person that I am, for the individual that I am, for my skin color, which is, you know, when you think about it, okay, what is your complexion? Your complexion, it's not just your skin color, it says a lot about who you are as a person. You know, this is my skin color, and it's this way because I was born in Nigeria. But then when you think of that, that's not the end of my story. Like, I find as individuals, there's so much to us, and we shouldn't use a product that just, we shouldn't be forced to use products that just pigeonhole us and, say, okay, I am Steph and I'm going to have to select which of these products best suits me, I want to use something that was created for me. And yeah, so that's part of the self-affirmation part of taking care of yourself. If you actually look on our Instagram page, there's a post with a quote from Nietzsche. It's that quote, I love it so much because it really summarizes our product philosophy. It says something like, if your soul has trembled with happiness and your heart has sounded like a harp string just once, then all eternity was needed to produce that single moment. And basically, when we design a product, everything about the Mayen products are designed to create that moment for you. That moment where you feel like, oh my goodness, the universe was designed just for me, just for my existence. So I just, because that's how I felt when I used it. So I just thought that is what I have to share. So yeah. So how do you decide on your brand is like the second part of that question. And yeah, on our website, you can see that we use like blobs and like lots of abstract shapes and colors and stuff. And honestly, it's because, honest reason, I could not afford a graphic designer, so I had to do everything myself. And the blobs make me feel happy. They remind me of like bubbles and champagne and like floating. And our brand is all about making people feel good. No, not making, but helping people feel good. So yeah, we just wanted to have visuals that like go with that. What has been the most rewarding thing about this experience? Oh wow, I feel like crying. Starting Mayen has been the best thing I've ever done in my life, like easily. First of all, oh wow, I did not plan this, oh my god. First of all, it's like the support that I've gotten from my family and friends. It's made me feel so loved. Oh. And wow. Yeah, I'm so happy to have done this because like I worked as a lawyer. Wow. Sorry, I worked as a lawyer before, and it was a really difficult experience for me because I wasn't very fulfilled in the role. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry guys. I wasn't fulfilled in my role as a lawyer, but doing Mayen has helped me feel like really, it's restored my self-confidence, and I'd say that's been the most rewarding part of doing this. I finally found something that I feel like I'm good at and I can share with the world. Yeah, and also it's been amazing to like just create something, and when I go online and I see people saying that they're really interested in the product, it's really overwhelming. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support. Other question is, what advice do you have for anyone wanting to start their own business? Oh wow, okay. I would say plan everything, like plan absolutely everything, even the worst, like crying on your Instagram live. I did not plan this. So yeah, plan everything, even like the absolute worst things, because I've had a lot of setbacks in trying to create this business, and if I had accounted for how things could go wrong, I think it wouldn't have been such a difficult process. But hey, yeah, I've actually created a Twitter account specifically for my like to chronicle this entrepreneurial journey. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll put a link to that. The last question is, do you like Scrabble? And yes, the answer is yes, I do. I never used to like it before, but now I do, because I recently started playing it with my husband, and it's really fun. It's a very like, it makes me feel smart when I play it. So it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, so that's the end of the questions. Thank you so much everyone for submitting. Now, onto the part you've all been waiting for. I'm going to announce the winners of the giveaway. So again, as you can see, I was extremely overwhelmed by everyone's support in the giveaway. I was so overwhelmed by all of your interest. So I decided to add 2 extra categories to give you some more chances to win, because yeah, I'm so happy and thankful for all of you. Yeah, so let me just get the results up. Okay, so the first category was obviously the winners of the giveaway, and they were selected by using a random number generator. So without further ado, the winners of the giveaway are Team Queens. Thank you so much for entering. I really appreciate your support, and we're gonna get in touch with you to get your postal address so that we can send you your complexion analysis kits and your custom foundation. So we added a second category for the best team name, and the winners of the best team name are okay, I'm gonna try some technical thing here. I don't know if anyone remembers this song. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. So the winners are Totally Spies. I loved your team name because I really enjoyed that show as a kid, and it just made me really happy to see your team name. So yeah, free makeup for you guys. The third category is for the best team story. And I selected this category because I was really touched by like seeing how people love their friends, because we chose this giveaway, like we wanted to make it there's not just a single winner, but you win with your friends. I'm someone who lives in a different country to all of my friends, and I really miss them, and so to see like people celebrating their friends made me really happy. So I thought we should have a nice category to celebrate like the best team story. And the winners of the best team story are the 3 amigas. So congratulations to the 3 teams, to Team Queens, to Totally Spies, and to the 3 amigas. You've done an amazing job, and I'm really happy to be able to share ComplexioniD with you. I'm gonna get in touch with you, and I'll get your postal details. I'll send you DMs, and so the first step will be we'll send you your complexion analysis kits, and that's what you can use to take your photos, and then we'll analyze your complexion, and then we'll send you your custom formulated foundation. I'm so excited to be able to share this with you guys, and thank you to everyone for joining in. Again, apologies for the waterworks, oh my gosh, but thank you so much for all of your support. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and do something that makes you feel good, something that makes you really happy. Thank you to everyone else who entered the giveaway. We're going to have a lot more in the future, so there'll be more chances to win. So yeah, a massive thank you to all of you for your support again. Thank you. Bye.